Call the meeting to order. Please rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on. The next item is approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item is approval of the minutes for the meeting of June the 13th.
We have a correction under new business. We have Mr. Prince's name wrong. It should be not Dennis, but Daniel. That's all we have.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda with the correction noted.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the minutes of June the 13th with the correction. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. Next item is correspondence. We have none tonight. Now we're up to old business, which is the only item on our agenda. I think everybody knows why we're here. The board will do what they're going to do on this item. If anybody has anything to say, unless they're called upon, under citizens' comments, anybody that wants to speak is more than welcome to do so, but not on the agenda item. Item A, ordinance 56-1. I had 40 copies out. They're out there someplace. Repeal of ordinance 56, the ORV ordinance. Basically, what it does, it repeals ordinance 56. It will be in the paper next Wednesday, which is the 28th, if it's approved, and it will take effect 7 days after that. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this?
Nope.
You know, I still think there's more negative than positives, but the prevailing attitude appears to be that they want to continue it. I do, however, have severe misgivings about the 4 paved roads that ORVs are going to be allowed on, even though it's only for a mile. I think it's a severe safety hazard, and we might look at that down the line. Our neighboring township does not allow any ORVs on those 3 of those roads now in their township. And I just have problems. Technically, and the sheriff's here, he'll yell at me if I'm wrong, but technically, the hours of operation, I believe, are 5 to 10 at night. So in the winter, it gets dark at 5. So you could be driving down County Line, you could be driving down Palms Road on a golf cart, as long as it has a headlight and a tail light. I just do not believe that's safe. It's not safe in the daytime, let alone at night. Or you could have a 6-passenger ORV, same thing, because you're limited to under 25 miles an hour.
Most people don't go out.
On those roads, and I'm talking about Marine City Highway, Palms Road, County Line, and Division.
They don't rent.
I do not think those are roads that are tailored to ORVs. So, down the road, that's just my opinion, down the road, I'm going to ask the board to consider doing what our neighboring township does. They have 4 roads that do not allow ORVs on. They haven't, I'm going to answer questions, and they have not for 5 years or 6 years. And they seem to be getting along fine. No one can convince me that there isn't a higher safety risk by allowing it on those roads where the shoulder is not sufficient to keep people on the shoulder. They're going to end up on the blacktop or going in and out of mailboxes. So until somebody convinces me, I'm still going to say I do not think that's safe. With that being said, anybody else have anything they want to add?
No, just want to make, did you have something to say before I
Yeah,
did?
no, I kind of agree with you. I was looking over the Ira's ordinance, and I like what he did, because those are very busy, real fast roads.
Yeah, well, most ORV people do not go on paved roads.
Nor do we go after 5 o'clock at night in the winter.
No, and it's, you can't be on 155 over.
I don't want to keep people.
Okay. right.
And we're not doing anything with that tonight. It'll be down the road if we do. We'll have it on the agenda 1 month to discuss it. And if the board decides, then we can move on to the next one.
How will you publish that?
No, we're not up to public comments.
No, we'll be down in a minute, and then we'll be up to public comments. Anybody else have anything?
No.
Then if you're so inclined, we need a motion.
I make a motion to pass resolution 2017-07 to repeal ordinance 56-1.
Support.
Moved and supported to adopt resolution 2017-07. Repeal ordinance 56. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote? Sure. Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Pat? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
And Colleen?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. There's no new business. Now we're up to citizens' comments. If you want to speak, anybody can give a shot. We would ask for your name, but it's not necessary. I don't know how long you folks want to stay tonight, but stay. Yes, Ms. Osborne.
So in regards to your concern, it's very valid, and I did gauge the distance going from Adair Road to this gas station, because primarily the only reason that any of us would really go on paved roads is to get to a gas station, or to get to the next crossroad. And so that was just under 1 mile, going from Adair Road to having to go over the overpass. And yes, there is some concern there, having to make sure that you're watching for traffic. And then going from the gas station to Trumbull, which is pushing you off to the St. Clair Township area, that was just under 1 mile too. And other than that, you know, you got the over by across from Sunoco, but primarily the only reason most people would even go on the paved would be to get to gas. And in agreement with Pat, most people don't ride a golf cart at night at 5 o'clock, especially in the winter. That's more of an ORV, which is totally equipped with lights and, you know, gear,
I understand what you're saying.
like a
Thank you.
snowmobile.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a comment. Once all this went through, I looked at the St. Clair County ordinance. And according to the St. Clair County ordinance, if I read it correctly, and maybe the sheriff can correct me if I'm wrong, but it says on there, you are not supposed to take an ORV down any paved road that has a posted speed limit of 55 miles or over. So technically, you should not be going
Not correct.
For a mile.
It's up to 1 mile.
up to 1 mile.
You can use a paved road with that speed limit to ingress or egress to another road.
Right,
Less than 1 mile.
right. So either way,
Now,
you're not
there
going,
are other roads that, you know, if the speed limit is in excess of 45 miles per hour, there's no, if it's a paved road with a speed limit of less than 45 miles per hour, you're not allowed on that road.
right. So really, you shouldn't be on a paved road. That's pretty much all I have to say. I want to thank the board for, you know, getting on this and working with us. And I look forward to seeing you guys at future meetings. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You're close.
Yeah, Billy Dale, question for the officer. Are you aware of any instances, are there that many instances that it requires a law to stop people from going on the road?
We have not had any that have hit my desk yet, but admittedly, for those of you who don't know, my name is Tom Buckley. I'm the undersheriff of St. Clair County. I sit behind a desk nowadays, so it's probably going to have to be a pretty serious accident before it gets my attention.
I'm just saying, is it a problem that needs a law to cover it, or is it something that's policing itself?
Well, there's an ordinance to cover the problem, so as long as people adhere to the ordinance as it's written and presented, I don't think there'll be any issues.
Tim Donovan said at Times Herald, since September in this past, they have had no citations.
That's very possible. Like I said, I can't speak to it exactly. Well,
Okay, moving on. I know. We're moving on to other people. Yes, sir.
I think as citizens of Casco, our obligation is to police all these kids as parents, as neighbors. I've done it because we've had a little problem on Springborn Road that people were getting a little upset with. And we went to the parents, and it's pretty much stopped now.
Absolutely.
Before this issue came up. So if I see something, I'm gonna go tell them. I know everybody. I've been living here for over 20 years. I know who's who. I'll just go to the parents. Tell them, watch your kids, what they're doing.
Here, here.
Yep.
Mr. Lynch?
Yeah, originally, you weren't supposed to go on Palmer's Road, right? The law, and county line. That was in the law, right, originally, that you weren't supposed to take a four-wheeler on them roads because there's no siding?
Which law are you talking, the county ordinance?
Yeah.
You can use those, like I said, for up to a mile.
Yeah.
To access another road that you can legally ride on.
Is there a difference between Class A and Class B roads? Somebody told me that Class B road, you can go up
The
to...
county ordinance only talks to paved roads 55 miles per hour.
Okay. Well, yes, sir.
It just seems that Casco's got a history of, per se, resisting growth to a point. And in making further decisions down the road, I would take into consideration where you want to see, which direction you want to see Casco go. And I believe the majority of the residents of Casco kind of want to see things just stay the way they are, keep our country, rural community as it is. If we get rid of the...
Sir, I beg to differ. Look up here, future land use plan. This is where we're saying where the township is headed. We're a very unified board and planning commission on the direction.
I'm not saying that to be negative, I'm just saying that the community seems to...
Well, I think that comment that we're pro-growth or want to inhibit stuff is very
maybe I'm wrong. But
Okay.
it just seems I like our country community out here.
I like it too.
Okay, anyone else?
Master plan and had open meetings for people to have input. Almost everyone said that we want the community to say, keep its character and stay rural like it is as long as it can.
Yeah.
We're not against growth. There's some areas that can grow that are on the master plan. But on the whole, township stays, since I've been here 30 years, wonderfully rural. And I want it to stay that way.
And one of my pet ordinances I'd like to see is a dark sky ordinance. If lights are installed to make sure they shine down and they don't pollute neighboring properties. Okay with that one?
Yes, sir.
I just want to know, you were talking about a few minutes later for the safety of riding on the side of the road at dark. You're going to appeal it later?
No, we're gonna look at it
Well,
later.
what about kids riding their bikes or adults riding their bikes at the same time of night?
My kids would be on the road at night.
Well, if I'm riding on the side of the road to a gas station or to a party store, there should be street lights if that's the case. I mean, four-wheelers and ATVs have lights on them. Pedal bikes don't. People walking don't. So there should be the same safety issue with that versus a four-wheeler. Because at least there's lights on a four-wheeler, helmets.
I think the state law covers bicycles and...
Yeah.
But we don't have bike paths and sidewalks.
But I've seen it too.
Yeah, let's,
I know.
Undersheriff, though, bicycles and that, what law covers those?
You're asking that guy that's been sitting behind the desk for the last minute. I don't know. I'd have to.
But it's a different issue. Okay, it would be covered differently. Yes, ma'am.
Our roads, lately, they've been like washboards. I don't know who we got grading them, but my gosh.
Several of the roads
Belgium
had
is
a
like a
tendency
washboard.
to be vandalized.
Meisner, that's what, yeah.
Well, and they put asphalt millings on so they would stay good. Unfortunately, asphalt millings washboard. And when you scrape them so they're smooth, then they get dustier than dust. As far as I know, yep. Now, a couple of roads we put the millings on, it worked out good, but on a couple of them it didn't. But we thought it was a good thing. And unfortunately, there's unintended consequences as there's living. I understand the washboarding is terrible, and the dust. Well, you keep putting limestone on, 500 ton every year.
You gotta dig it up.
Like we do.
And eventually they'll integrate into each other, but I don't know how long that's gonna take. It's already been 4 or 5 years, I'm out.
That is, especially that ice, that is really bad.
Can we get a,
You could end up in a ditch.
That's at the next board meeting.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but you can't pour out every kind of straight.
I'm gonna say that I plan on coming to meetings from now on, and I'll put it on the Casco page if anything comes up.
Okay, let's move on. John?
I want to thank the board for repealing it, and I want to explain to everybody this is a meeting about ORVs, not about Cruise.
Thank you.
Come to a township meeting, what is it, 17th?
Second Tuesday of the month.
And discuss the roads then, because I'm for getting out of here, that we've done the business we need, let's go home. And I'm sure the board wants to go home.
Come on, let's take a vote.
Last call for hands. Okay, we're up to adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Moved and supported to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
I don't know what to do.